gentlemen, welcome to the Views from the Jon podcast, starring comedian Jon Arez, co-host Josh Ryder. Now, put your hands together for your hosts, everybody, Jon Arez and Josh Ryder.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Views from the Jon podcast, episode 73 to be specific. I am your host, Jon Arez, and this guy up here in the corner is my faithful co-host, Mr. Josh Ryder.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Johnny?
What's up, Ryder?
How you doing?
You been doing a lot of riding?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of miles.
Riding a lot of miles.
Yeah, a lot of miles.
Dude, I was just thinking, we couldn't have more different jobs.
Yeah.
I sit behind a computer screen, literally pretty much where I am right this second.
Yeah.
And your office is mobile. Mobile. Whatever I'm trying to say. It's
Alabama.
Mobile. That's got to be kind of cool. That's what cops say is one of the good things about their job, is they're not stuck behind a desk.
Yeah.
It's always something different.
Yeah, it's busy, though. I got to keep my mind going.
I mean, driving can definitely get monotonous.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I guess if you enjoy it.
I love it.
That's what it's all about.
Love it.
So, Stevie Wonder,
Yeah?
evidently, has decided to get up and get out while the getting's bad or good, however you want to look at it, out of America.
Oh, yeah?
And I guess he's going to Guana.
Guana?
Yes, and when I first heard about this, I said to myself, how the hell's he going to get there?
Where's Guana?
I don't know. But isn't the guy blind?
Yes, yeah.
How the hell's he going to walk his ass to Guano? Or Guana? Is it Guano or Guano?
I think it's Ghana.
Wait, Ghana.
Ghana.
It's not Ghana. Okay, so it's not. Isn't guano bat shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's poop.
He's not moving to bat shit, but he is moving to Ghana.
Ghana.
Ghana. Where is Ghana? Ghana's in Africa, right?
It is.
So he's moving to Africa.
He is. That's what the news is saying, yeah.
Did the news say why? Why is our buddy...
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good dude. Why is he going to... why is he getting out of the States?
I don't think he likes it here anymore.
No?
No.
But Biden just got elected.
I don't know, man.
Everything's supposed to get better. You know?
Yeah, he's got a family, though. He's got kids and stuff.
Did he vote for Trump or something?
I don't know.
Okay, so the only thing you know is that the guy's moving?
That's a good question. Like, how does he vote?
I don't know. But,
Does he have a helper?
I thought everyone thought the country was doomed because
He's got to have a helper.
Trump was president. But now that Biden's here, I think everything's going to... I can't say that without laughing. No matter who's in the... We're not supposed to talk about politics, but no matter who's in the White House, I don't know.
All I remember of Stevie Wonder is that we are the world.
We are the children.
Playing piano.
We're gonna move to Guano. Yeah, so anyways, you are the one that told me that Stevie Wonder was moving.
Yeah.
But the only thing you heard about of why he's moving to Ghana
Yeah.
is because he's just not happy in the States anymore.
Yeah, I think.
But you don't know why he's...
I think it was just for his children. That's what he said. It's online. You could read.
Once again, people, with me being the producer, I probably should have looked into this more so we could have had a more in-depth conversation about Stevie Wonder. But yeah, he's at it with the States and he's going to Ghana.
Yeah.
Josh,
Tina Turner was like that too. She moved to Switzerland.
did she?
I think so.
Why? Because she just got tired of... Was it because of Trump or was it because just...
This was a while ago.
Dude, I wouldn't leave because of Biden or Trump. I would just leave because I think there's some other parts of the world that are just beautiful.
Switzerland's nice.
Yeah, but it's cold. If I was going to go somewhere, I don't know, these would be more vacation spots, but I've always wanted to go to Tahiti.
Yeah.
Like Bora Bora, like the screensaver shit with those huts they have like out over the
Yeah, those are awesome.
like lagoon. You can just jump from your balcony into the ocean. Oh, yeah. Or I want to go to like some random place like the south of France. You ever seen pictures of the south of France?
Yeah. I like Denmark.
Billion-dollar yachts and shit.
That's a colder climate, though, Denmark.
Yeah, I'm all set with cold. Dude, it got up to 53 today in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had my shirt on, my T-shirt on.
You had your shirt on?
I did.
Oh my God. It was so warm, I took mine off. But it was amazing, dude. Everyone was sending around those memes. Like, meanwhile, 50 degrees or 40 degrees in Boston. And people are like, you know, at the beach and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a cold, snowy winter here.
Yeah.
In the Northeast, and when it gets to 50 in February, it feels nice. I had my windows down.
Yeah.
I was pumping some summer jams today.
Next month, it'll start warming up.
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to it.
I'm not worried about it. So let me ask you a hypothetical question here. Sorry, people, I keep hitting my mic because my hands are flailing. Let me ask you a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, I live in a duplex. Let's say you lived below me.
Yeah.
Okay? So you and I share a duplex together, and the landlord tells us that it's both of our responsibilities to shovel the driveway and the sidewalk anytime it snows. So one day after a snowstorm, like the other day, you see me outside shoveling.
Yeah.
What do you do, if anything? Do you come out and help? Do you just let me do it and then thank me later? What do you do?
I would delegate first beforehand.
Like what?
Like, it's your turn to do the driveway and I'll do the sidewalk.
But no, let's say we didn't. Let's say we didn't delegate.
I'd delegate. But
Okay, but let's say we didn't. Let's say we didn't delegate the day or night before the storm,
Yeah.
and you just see me out there doing it. What would you do?
would you see me seeing you?
I don't know.
Well, if you see me seeing you, I would probably go out and help you. But if you didn't, I'd probably hang out for a little bit,
And just let me complete it.
be quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Just curious. I'm just wondering, because that's what happened to me the other day. Now, I could have done what you had suggested.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's like, if you want something done,
Gotta do it yourself.
you just got to do it yourself. And I just figured, hey, I like the exercise. It'll take me 30 seconds. I don't want to fight with the neighbor about if we should or when we should. It's got to get done. I'm not a lazy fuck. I'm just going to go do it. So
Yeah.
I went and did it. But I was just curious.
I would come out and help you, though. I was just joking.
Yeah, I would think most people would. I would too, if I saw it. And, I try not to see outside. As you can see, do you think I can really see outside?
Well, you got the green screen now.
Yeah, but, okay, like you needed to point that out to everybody.
You are outside.
Nobody can see it, dickhead. Why don't you tell everyone my penis size on the air, too? You fucking... Why don't you give away all our secrets here? Man, you really letting the cat out of the bag.
What? It looks good.
You're letting Yanni out. But no, but seriously, this is how it is 24/7. Does it look like I can see outside?
No, you can't.
Okay. And I'm always wearing headphones. Okay, so I can't hear outside, I can't see outside. So if the tables were reversed, I wouldn't know if he was doing it. But yeah, he's on the first floor. He knows what's going on. But I'm just curious.
Yeah.
No ill will towards him at all.
He's got windows all over the place, too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm just curious, if it was you, would you come out? And then here's another thing about my apartment that happened over the weekend, everybody. All right? I love food, but I hate to cook it.
Yeah.
So I take the easy way out, especially now that I'm single, and, it's really quick, easy food. A bowl of cereal, a sandwich on toast, grilled cheese, spaghetti. I'm not cooking 9-course dinners here. It's real basic shit. Or sometimes I'll pop in a fucking frozen dinner.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care. But I love food. Okay? Mm-hmm. So here's the other part of the hell that's living here, is that my lovely neighbors downstairs have started to cook more. And on Sunday morning, I woke up so hungry. Don't really have any breakfast food in the house other than just toast and coffee and... didn't even have any eggs.
No eggs?
No eggs. I just, nothing.
Any butter?
No butter. But the point is that when I woke up, it smelled like I was in an IHOP or a diner.
That would be
all I could smell, like it was right under my nose, was bacon and cheese and eggs and toast and home fries.
Yeah.
So I'm starving. I don't know how to cook. I don't like to cook. I don't have the groceries, and I can smell it like it's under my nose. Do you know how hard it was, dude, for me not to just bust their door down and be like, here's 100. Let me get some of that,
Were
you know?
you hangry?
Was I what?
Hangry.
Hangry?
Hangry.
What is hangry?
Where you're like angry, but you're hungry? You never heard that term before?
Then maybe I was.
Hangry.
I wasn't hangry. It was just, it was such a taunt to be so hungry and not be able to cook or have any food, but yet you're smelling this just amazing food. And it's not like it's like just a whiff. It's like right under my nose. And I'm just sitting here having my coffee, stomach's grumbling. I almost feel like nauseous. I'm so hungry. And it's just, I just smell all the great food. And it's torture.
You were an anorexic bear coming out of hibernation.
Yeah, it's torture, dude.
Yeah.
It's torture.
I feel your pain.
And that's what ties me into my next quick subject, dude. This is gonna be a little dark, but let's see if you can throw some light on it, okay?
I'll try my best.
But, you know, with all the conspiracy theories, or I hate those friggin' words, I hate that term.
Conspiracy theories? We're going down there?
There is no conspiracy theory.
Right.
There's just alternative thinking to yours if you don't believe in it. You know? Anyways.
Sure.
Part of me feels like the Matrix is real, to an extent.
Like Keanu Reeves' Matrix?
Kind of. Part of me feels like I might have died. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Died. Like, maybe 10, 12 years ago. And this is what hell really is being like a hermit and feeling trapped in this apartment, being taunted by my dreams, my friends, smells of food that I can't make.
Your downstairs neighbor?
That I can't have. Getting into constant fights with, like, neighbors over, like, you know, stupid shit because I can't seem to communicate with the generation behind mine.
How are you and the lesbians next door getting along?
Well, they've been out of town like all winter.
Really?
Yeah. So
they're snowbirds?
Yeah, they have a lot of money and they're retired. So I think they got in their Mercedes camper and I don't know, headed down to Margaritaville, or I don't know where the hell they are. But anyways, dude, honest to God, I think hell might actually be not like it's been depicted in like cartoons where it's lake of fires and devils running around.
Yeah.
Hell could literally be like you don't know you're dead, but you're trapped somewhere, like in a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like the last 10 years, ever since my fiance broke my heart, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I had a lot of problems going on.
Yeah.
I know at one point in your life, you had a rough spot going on.
Yeah.
So I was in that rough spot, dude, and I've been recovering very slowly, getting out of my shell. And I was traveling to New York City this time last year, doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
For a week, and then COVID hit. And when you're a hypochondriac and you used to be a shut-in like I am, it gives you every excuse in the world to not want to leave the house. So yeah, plus I work at home, so I don't have much of a life. So my entire life is basically 24/7 is this apartment, being taunted by my dreams, being unable to do the shit I want, being taunted by smells.
Yeah.
So yeah, part of me feels like this apart is like I died.
I'm sorry, man.
Years ago, and like this is like my trap, and I need to climb my way out of this.
Yeah.
And the first step to that, I feel like, is when we hit springtime.
Yeah.
Because right now it's cold as fuck. It's still COVID, but you know it's starting to go away. People are getting the shot. Blah blah. I don't know. But anyways, that's just a theory.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe there's somebody out there listening or watching that can relate to that thinks that, like, you know, the past couple years, maybe your life's been really dark.
I think this year has been dark.
Right.
So, I mean, people can relate.
Do you ever think of that theory that there is a heaven and a hell, and that a hell might not be like what we've seen in movies, like just like fire, like in like Constantine, like it's like an upside down world that's got wind blowing and there's fire and everything's burnt out?
Yeah, absolutely.
It might actually be like you wake up and you don't even know you're dead, but you are.
Yeah, it could be like
but you're trapped, and hell is torturing you by like dangling shit in front of your face, like constantly dangling these awesome food smells. You've left here.
Any temptations?
You've left here a number of times during the podcast, and the people downstairs, whether they were the new people, old people, had some great friggin' stuff cooking.
They got some good smells.
And for someone like me, man, that's a single dude that doesn't like to cook, those smells, like, they taunt me. They taunt me, dude, because I don't get to eat like that. So, anyways.
It's temptation, man.
Let's move on to another subject here.
Already?
This is a subject that you can't relate to, but everyone else seems to be able to relate to it, so I'm going to put it on the show finally.
All right.
I was brushing my teeth a few weeks ago, and I had a black hoodie on.
Yeah.
And some of the toothpaste spilt out of my mouth, because I like to really, you know, brush it up. So I'm just like foaming at the mouth.
Go to town.
And a big wad of toothpaste fell out of my mouth and it hit my sweatshirt. Now, anyone who's had this happen, it doesn't matter. If you immediately take water to your shirt and like try to like clean it, when it dries, it's still going to look like a white spot, especially when you're wearing dark clothing. This used to happen all the time in high school. I would dribble out of my mouth all the time onto a dark black t-shirt, and it ends up looking like a dried semen stain, to put it lightly, on your clothing. Let's be adults here. Everyone knows what a dried up semen stain looks like on a shirt or fabric, okay? It looks just like dried toothpaste. So when I would go into high school, I wouldn't even know I'd have these spots on me. And the first thing my friends would say to me is, dude, what'd you bust a nut and forget you had some on your shirt?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, it's toothpaste. I swear it's toothpaste. They're like, no, you got nut all over you. And I'd be like, no, it's toothpaste. Well, it happened a few weeks ago.
Nice. Did you go out in public?
I went out in public with it, and somebody pointed it out, and they say, dude, what'd you like nut on your shirt? I swear that's what made me think of it.
Did they really say that?
They did. That's what made me jog my memory. So I have to ask you people, are there any men out there? Because, of course, Josh, you know, he's never affected by this type of shit like I am. But have any of you ever got toothpaste on your shirt and somebody accused you of, you know, having sex and, you know, you missed the spot? Because that does happen.
Why are you dribbling stuff out of your mouth?
I don't mean to.
Well, you shut your mouth when you're doing your brushing.
Okay. That just gave me a great idea for a video.
What?
Next week, we're going to film a video for the podcast of you showing me the proper way to brush my teeth. Because evidently I'm not doing it. That's right.
I'm not going to be here.
You know, I wasn't going to talk about this till the end of the show, but we can tell you now, Josh isn't going to be here.
No.
Well, wait a minute.
What?
Josh might. Josh definitely won't be here next week. Next week, I have a special guest, a co-host, but because his foot is fucked up, sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but foot and fuck just seem to go so good together. His foot's messed up, so he can't come up to the studio, Josh.
Oh.
So we're going to be doing it through Zoom. So next week, you're going to see a different style of podcast. There's going to be like one big window on one side and one big window on the other. He's going to be in Hartford. I'm going to be in Boston. And then the week after, I am trying, and I am close to obtaining, my next co-host to fill in for you.
Nice.
Which could be, and is very close to becoming a reality, Adam friggin' Calhoun.
Nice.
Some people know who Adam Calhoun is. Some people don't. But Adam Calhoun is like, he's a rapper. He's a hip-hop guy, a country hip-hop guy. I don't know. But his music is phenomenal. He speaks from the heart. He's a really interesting dude. He's really down to earth, and we're close to getting him. He's based out of Chicago. That's how we're going to try to do it.
Sweet.
However, if I cannot get Adam next week, we might have Josh on via our new Zoom technology.
What?
Josh could be in California. He could be in Arizona. We're not going to have any idea where Josh is.
I don't know where I'm going.
Josh doesn't know where he's going, but Josh might be back for episode 75, or it could be Adam Calhoun. One of the two.
Maybe.
Then I think the one after that, you're probably not going to care, but Josh will be back in the studio, and we'll be into, it'll be right around St. Patty's Day, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they having that in the state this year or no?
I don't know. Why not?
Because of COVID?
Maybe. All right, what's next this week? We're going to do a weekly segment.
All right.
Because my life is so disinteresting. What do I do with my free time besides music and podcasting and working for 2 other YouTube channels doing their movie edit reaction videos?
How's that going?
It's great.
Yeah.
And I should probably get the permission of those channels so you can go check out those movies. I've never thought about that. Why don't I advertise the 2 YouTube channels I work for so you can see my editing work and check out their channel? It's like they should be advertising me too.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing that?
Well, it might be a win-win.
That's something I'm going to actually look into. But anyways, I do a lot of Netflixing. I've had Netflix, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
But there'll be months that'll go by where I don't watch anything. But, I've been Netflixing the shit out of it lately.
Yeah, you're binging.
I've been getting my money's worth. So here's what I've watched since last week.
How much is Netflix now? $12?
12. It's worth every penny. And what do you care, dude?
I don't care.
I
was wondering.
You probably pull in close to, if not more than 6 figures a year, and you got to be one of the cheapest guys I know.
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know why you just can't throw down the $12.99 to get Netflix. So anyways, what have I been binging on Netflix? You guys looking for recommendations? Okay. Marvel's The Punisher. It's a series. It's not a movie. It's nothing like the Gerald Butler movie that came out in the 2000s.
That had John Travolta in it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And it was it was entertaining, but it wasn't like good.
Yeah.
Okay? This Punisher series, dude, is phenomenal.
Does he have the skull on his shirt?
It's not on his shirt.
Uh-oh.
It's on his body armor.
All right.
And he's not a CIA agent either, like the movie. It's not like the movie.
All right.
You have to dispel the movie. If you like The Punisher, if you like action, you like drama, you like good acting, you like John Wick's style of combat, then this is the series for you. It's absolutely incredible. It was recommended to me by a friend for 2 months. I kept looking at it going, because I kept having the movie in my head.
Yeah.
And I didn't really care for it. So I thought it'd be just like the movie. And I'm just like, I finally got around to it, dude, and I can't recommend it to people enough. You've seen John Wick and Jason Bourne movies, right?
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore action.
Yeah,
it was
great.
Really graphic shit.
It was good.
This series makes those movies look like a kid's movie.
Nice.
That's how hardcore this shit is in this. And you couldn't look more fucking interesting.
Well, I've never seen it, so.
Well, I'm trying to pump it up for people. If you
I'm
haven't,
sure it's great.
Yeah, dude, it's freaking amazing. Then I moved on to a movie that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I didn't even know these movies existed on Netflix. It was called Six Underground. Had a bunch of people I recognize but can't remember their name except for Ryan Reynolds, the guy that plays Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
All right.
Yeah.
I never seen Deadpool.
Oh my freaking God. They're only coming out with a Deadpool 3 because the first 2 were so revolutionary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's time to step up to the plate there, buddy.
Why?
You got to catch up on some of this shit because you're doing yourself a disservice.
No, I'm not.
Yes, dude, on your deathbed, I'm going to bring you like a list of 1,000 movies that you didn't watch, and then you're not going to get it. or I don't know. I'm going to be like, dude, you could have seen this, you could have seen that.
I like going and doing stuff, man.
Anyways, if you're looking for an amazing movie on Netflix that's just nonstop action, Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds, the same guy that does Deadpool.
Cool.
You want to know about it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
Ryan Reynolds plays a billionaire.
Okay.
And unlike most billionaires, Ryan Reynolds isn't, he's not satisfied with the status quo of the world. He can't look at what's happening in third world countries with kids starving and dictators bombing and gassing their own people.
So mostly Hollywood people.
Right.
All right.
So he's a billionaire, and he doesn't like to see this shit happening. And he knows that the U.S. government can't or won't do anything about these problems in third world countries. So he uses his billions of dollars to recruit 6 of the most highly trained, like Navy SEAL type CIA people that you can find. And along with his crew, he takes down one of the biggest dictators in the world in a fictional Middle East country. Like that looks like Abu Dhabi, like the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
You ever seen Abu Dhabi and how rich it is,
Yeah, it's
and the
beautiful.
buildings and all the exotic cars? It's like one of these countries that he goes into, and there's a real evil dictator that's bombing his own people with sarin gas and killing kids and children and all sorts of terrible stuff. And for some reason, the United Nations isn't doing anything about it.
Yeah.
So he does.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
That sounds like a good show.
Yes. Next show I got into, and it's only 5 episodes in, and it's not on Netflix, it's on cable.
All right.
Resident Alien. This is like a family show. If you have a kid that's in their teens or early teens, this is totally for them. They can watch it too. There's really no sex. There's no violence, really. It's a friendly alien that crashes on space, and he has to take the identity of a guy.
He crashes on space or Earth?
What did I say?
Space.
Didn't I say he was an alien from space who crashed on Earth?
No, you said crashed on space.
If I didn't say that, that's what I meant to say.
All right.
He's an alien.
Yes.
That crashes on Earth.
Correct.
Okay? And he's in the middle of Colorado. And he assumes the identity of a guy living on the lake. It's in the middle of nowhere. And then he basically becomes the town's new doctor.
Oh.
But he's an alien.
All right.
He looks human, but he doesn't act human. His species has the ability to replicate human bone structure and everything.
Yeah.
But there's a kid in town that actually can see him for what he is, and the kid always like screams and runs away because the kid can actually see him for what he is. Every time you see him in the mirror, you see his actual alien face. And it's actually hilarious because he's trying to learn how to be human. He just learned how to speak English because his brain's advanced, so he can learn stuff quick.
Yeah.
So he's learning how to laugh, like what joke is appropriate, kind of like you.
Yeah.
And like when to say it, and like how to dance, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. Kind of like Starman. You ever see Starman back in the day? Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a good movie.
I'm sure I've seen it. When I think of that movie, I think of The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, that's another good movie.
And then I think of the like brown guy that looks like a
Raisinette?
No, kinda. Yeah. It's like a brown dude, but his skin has been. He looks like a plate of brownies that's been cut into squares.
Yeah.
He's got like that texture to his face where like there's grid marks.
Yeah, I think he looks like a Raisinette.
Like that was his partner, The Last Starfighter's.
That was a good movie.
Partner. Yeah. So anyways, if you're looking for stuff to watch, those are 3 good shows. Okay? The Punisher on Netflix, 6 Underground on Netflix, and the Resident Alien, which is on Sci-Fi every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock.
I think a lot of shows coming out, they just take like a bunch of other movies or stuff that has already happened and just like
of course,
throw it all together.
It's no different with music.
I know, exactly.
Look how revolutionary Led Zeppelin were for rock, and the Beatles.
Yeah.
But they were influenced by somebody.
Yeah. And their songs have been dissected.
Art imitates art.
Yeah.
It all started somewhere, and everything we've seen from here on out. Yeah. So yeah, even movies. But that's what's great, though, is when a movie comes along that really hasn't ever replicated stuff. Like when The Matrix came out.
Yeah.
That was like, nobody's ever done something like that. Nobody's ever thought of that theory that we're actually in a simulated world.
Jurassic Park. I mean, they've done dinosaur movies, but not like...
How many of those have they made now?
Oh, my God.
Like 9?
Jaws.
Yeah. No, Jaws only had 4.
I think they had 5.
Nope, they had 4.
You sure?
I'm pretty positive.
All right, you're right.
Jaws 1 was good. They filmed it on the island of...
Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard. Not too far from here. Hop on a ferry.
Nantucket, too. A little bit.
I can't remember. It was either Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard. I think it was Martha's Vineyard.
It was both of them.
I don't think it was both of them.
I think it was.
It was one of the islands. And then they went to... They got smart, and they filmed the second one, even though it was still based on Amity Island, like the fictional Amity Island.
Yeah.
They filmed the second one in Florida.
That's the one with the SeaWorld, right?
No.
That was 3?
The SeaWorld is 3. And that one looks terrible because it was only done in 3D.
Yeah.
And it's not HD, so when you watch it on cable, it looks terrible.
There's a drive-by shooting.
Yeah, you know, My studio is not soundproof, so occasionally we'll hear a jet or a car or a subwoofer.
What was 2? Jaws 2.
I told you, or I'm trying to tell you. Jaws 2, they actually filmed it in Florida. And what gave it away, like Michael was older now.
Yeah.
And they go out sailing on a bunch of boats and they get stranded.
With the cable.
Yes.
The cable.
And
all you had to do was say cable. Now I got it.
Yeah. But anyways, they filmed that in Florida.
Right.
Which was obviously a lot warmer. But unless you're a complete moron, you'd notice that, the water in Florida is a little clearer than it is up here. Like, you can't see crystal clear into the water like you can in Florida up here.
Some places you can up here.
Why do you fight with me?
Well, I'm not fighting with you. I'm just correcting.
Is the Earth round or flat? If I were to say the Earth is round, would you argue with me that it's flat?
No, that wouldn't make sense for me to argue.
Okay. But evidently, we have crystal clear water, just like the Gulf of Mexico does up here.
In some areas, yeah.
Okay, take me there. I'd like to see it.
All right.
Because even when I go up to Maine, once I get up to my knees, I can't see my feet.
I know tons of places that are crystal clear.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Beautiful blue.
Speaking of beautiful blue.
Emerald green, like your new green screen.
Yeah, okay. Why don't you just give out my address and my phone number? I'll give out your address. We'll just expose everything. I'll tell you the type of camera I'm using, the type of laptop I have, where I keep my weapons around the house. We'll just put it all out there. Moving on. Plowing ahead. There is a fantastic, what would you call it? Gentleman's establishment?
Yeah.
Strip club?
I don't think we were done with the Jaws.
Okay.
Jaws 4.
Okay. Quickly. We don't want dead air. We're eating up time here. Do you want to go back to Jaws?
No.
Okay. There's a strip club, a gentleman's club. Help me out here. It's in the western half of the state. It's no longer there.
I think it's still there. Was it
It might be still standing, but I don't believe it's open.
Island?
But anyways, this place was called Castaways.
Oh, yeah.
A real place out in the western part of the state, western Mass. It was called Castaways. And, dude, when I tell you people that haven't been there, when I say this is the scuzziest, dirtiest, filthiest strip club in America, I am not bullshitting you, okay? They basically, opened up a barn door on a farm and dressed up the livestock in dresses and put them on stage with a two-toothed DJ.
That's horrible.
Mostly pigs. And then they put those black lights all over the place, so the whole place is blacklit. And I don't know if you folks have ever looked at yourself in a black light, but any imperfection you have, on your teeth or on your skin, a black light is like a spotlight for it. So you got all these just nasty women that are pregnant and smoking, and they're just disgusting and gross. And then you got the black lights on them that are just showing how yellow and fucked up their crack infested teeth are. And oh my God, dude, this place was just I don't even know where to begin. But it was great because, we would go in there, and I remember Josh and I used to be in a band together, and there was one night that the band went into the strip club, and we were all proud of our new CD. So evidently, I wasn't one of the band members that was there. We won't say who was there, but one of the band members ends up tossing the DJ our CD. Yeah. And evidently, the strippers, they danced to one of our tunes.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, we were like a kind of a perfect circle-y type of female-fronted rock band. So I'm like, what could they have danced to? And then I'm thinking our slow song, Another Year. How could they dance to I blow out my candles on my cake. What are they dancing to?
I don't know.
You were there.
I can't remember.
You were there.
I can't remember.
Josh is the only band member that I can reveal that was there.
Yeah.
But I might have been there. I just don't remember. Was I there?
I don't know, maybe.
I was probably shit-faced. But
I
anyways,
definitely was.
Castaways, for anyone that lives out in Western Massachusetts or has been there, is just like I described it. It's basically a barn that got opened on a farm where they got a liquor license and just threw the livestock on stage and put up black lights. And if you wanted to see some of the seediest looking people, I guess I'm seedy because we went in there. I mean, I went in there probably 12 times from the time I was of legal drinking age till they closed.
I think I was 18 or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Young.
There's a bunch of strip clubs around here. I'm trying to think if anything else cool happened at that strip club other than just the utter disaster show that was on stage. I've talked about this before on the podcast. If you guys...
Those are hardworking women, man.
Yeah. That's why I used to give them, 10 cents instead of a nickel. But anyways.
What'd they do with the 10 cents?
They insert into their corn portion.
No.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. So here's what would happen, okay? If anybody out there has never been to a strip club, it's a good time. But you got to go to a classy one. And maybe you might even meet a girl named Classy. And she spells her last name with an I. Coming to the stage, it's Dusty Rain.
Oh. I don't know.
All those made-up names they have. Coming to the stage, it's Bouncy Britney. And then it's going to be fucking like, what's one of the staple strip club songs? Like, who's that band that every song sounds the same?
That's a lot of
Nickelback.
Bands. Oh, yeah.
One of those Nickelback songs. Back door, Oh, God. Terrible. But anyways, if you've never been to a strip club and there's none near your house and you're ever up in Canada, it's Montreal, Montreal has some of the best strip clubs, not in Canada, not in the northeast, like the North American continent. I'm talking in the world. So if you live in the Northeast and you're looking for a great time for strip clubs, you can do it with your buddies on a weekend in Montreal. Montreal is the place
I've never been
to go. So Josh, we're going to get into some Josh stuff now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like the fact that Josh has had some social media spying and sabotage going on.
I don't know if I have a definitive proof. What?
Take a look down at your feet there, bud.
What happened?
You spilt half of your drink on my fucking carpet. Thank you.
Sorry.
Josh is the ultimate rock star.
No, I'm not.
He is. He pulls up here in a limo, comes up to the friggin' thing, everything's handed to him, he sits down, makes a mess, hits the mic, then when everything's done, he gets back in the limo, goes home. John's night just begins.
Sorry.
But anyways, you've had some social media spying and sabotaging going on.
I don't know. It's just that bad. It stunk.
Would you like me to tell the story?
Yeah, I suck at telling stories.
It's okay. No, you're good at it. Okay, why don't you fill in the blanks? Okay, no. Yeah, I'll tell the story and then you fill in where I went wrong.
I'll give it a whirl.
You'll give it a whirl?
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. If anyone's operating any heavy machinery, please hit the stop button. We wouldn't want you to go through a combine while Josh is telling the story. All right, go for it, buddy. I'm all ears.
So where should I start? So I had a friend. I have a friend of the family. Why are you laughing? I try to tell a story and you laugh at me.
No, go. Go.
No, you go.
You want me to go now?
You go.
Josh has been dating.
I have.
It's no big secret. Okay, Josh has been dating, and there's been a couple now, I believe at least 2 women that he's dated that he had a really good connection with.
Yeah.
And things were going real smooth, and then just like a fart in the wind, they just vanished.
Yeah.
Without any explanation whatsoever.
This one didn't vanish. She just...
And if you go back in history on our show, Josh and I in the last couple of months have talked about ghosting, women ghosting men and vice versa, and why we might do that. And that's kind of what brought that up is because Josh has been ghosted lately. So you fast forward to recently, and there was a
friend, a best friend
of yours
that came back into the picture.
That came back into your picture.
She's anyway, she's a friend of the family.
Okay, so she's a family friend.
She's a family friend, a best family friend.
A best family friend.
Family best friend, whatever.
And you guys weren't connected on Facebook.
No.
But all of a sudden, she friended you on Facebook.
Yeah, and she's in an abusive relationship. She's mentally and physically. So I don't know. I guess I kind of like...
You thought she might be reaching out to you for help.
Exactly.
So you accepted her friend invitation.
Yeah, we talked for a little bit beforehand.
Right.
And, it seemed legit.
Right. And then 24 hours later, what happened?
Less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours later.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by gone?
Like, unfriended and wiped off.
Right. And right around the same time is when the girl that you were dating ghosted you.
Yeah, it was Valentine's Day, actually.
Right. So after last week's podcast, Josh and I probably hung out in the studio for maybe an hour. It was pretty long.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this.
Venting.
And it just seemed a little bit too coincidental to me to not be real. To where it seems like this friend and maybe other people are spying on Josh, looking at his social media accounts for when he's dating women, because maybe they might tag him or vice versa.
Yeah.
And then these women are then secretly contacting the women that Josh is dating behind his back, talking shit about him.
Yeah, maybe.
And then they end up ghosting Josh.
I have no...
And that is not cool.
No, it's not cool.
In any way, shape, or form. I will look you in the face. Are you watching this show? Are you one of the people doing this to Josh? It's psychopathic is what it is.
It is.
Why can't you let this man be happy? He's had 2 relationships that it's been... I don't want to go into this guy's story, but he's had it kind of rough. There's always 2 sides to a story, right?
Yeah.
This guy's had it rough. This guy's got about everything he wants in life, but he's looking for that companion, as am I. And he's a good fucking dude. And he's had a couple women now that I truly feel have left him because they heard some bitches talking shit about him that wasn't true, and they got scared away.
Yeah,
I am pretty certain that is what's been happening to you.
I have no definitive proof.
We don't have definitive proof. But when you line up the information that we have, it's too perfect not to be true.
True.
And it's disgusting. Have you ever let me ask you folks at home, would you ever sabotage someone else's happiness because you're so miserable in your own life? Like, if your ex breaks up with you and then 2 months later you're still struggling, but you see him or her happy online, why do you want to go and destroy their happiness?
Yeah. That's
on you. Why can't it's and I think that's what a lot of like this world or country has turned into.
I think so too.
When people give other people shit, when people bully, when people leave mean comments on Twitter or on YouTube, I don't think it's as much about them being angry at that person or the situation as it is they're taking out their own day or their own childhood or their own insecurities in whatever thing they're posting.
Yeah.
So my point is that Josh is a good fucking guy.
I'm okay.
Leave him alone, okay? So my only advice to you, man, is in your future dating endeavors, stay off of social media.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not.
Give this guy his privacy. This guy isn't even famous, and he's being heckled by paparazzi, ruin his relationships, all because of this podcast. Give the guy a break. Just because he's a little famous now doesn't mean the guy can't friggin' have a life outside of the show.
This friend of a friend, I know, I'm done with her, so she's on her own now.
I certainly hope it's not you or anybody else.
Gets the best of whatever she's...
Absolutely. And let me say something. If it was you, and you're watching this show, if it's the family friend that it could be, if your boyfriend is abusing you, contact
The police.
the police.
Yeah.
Don't put up with any of that shit. Never, ever, ever let a man put his hand on you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Do not put up with it. Oh my God, but I love him.
Unfortunately,
he just comes home angry, so it's okay if he slaps me. No. It's not, sweetheart. It's not. There are plenty of great guys out there, like me, who are single, have a lot of money, have a lot of things going for them, and would never hit a woman, wouldn't cheat on you.
You're all right.
But then there's other guys out there that will, that can't rub 2 cents together, that have 2 teeth, that are dating beautiful women, and they beat them up.
Yeah.
And then, they ask the girl, why don't you move on? Because I love him.
Yeah.
It's okay that he beats me. He has a rough day at the factory. No, come on. If anyone's trapped in that, reach out to the show. I will do anything in my power to help you. Or call the police.
Yeah.
For the lack of a better word. Next subject we have written down is Josh's McDonald's trip.
No.
And what is Josh's McDonald's trip about? What do you mean, no? You approved this topic.
Yeah. She's got a name, though.
Okay, but I don't know her name.
No.
We know her as,
The McDonald's trip.
What are we talking about when we say Josh's McDonald's trip? Well, when Josh first started dating and he was using all these, dating sites and stuff like that, there was a girl that was driving to see Josh, and she was driving a very long distance.
She was.
And the only thing I could compare it to, because even though Josh is a good guy, Josh is about as common as McDonald's. No matter what town you're in or city in America, you can find a McDonald's.
I think I'm special.
My point that day is, why is this girl driving 90 miles, passing 90 McDonald's, just to get to this one McDonald's? So we call her the McDonald's girl.
Yeah.
Evidently, she's a fan of the show, or
she is.
Probably you.
Yeah, she says hi.
Not me.
She says hi.
But hello, I'm John. Nice to meet you. I don't know your name other than the McDonald's girl. God bless you for passing those 89 other McDonald's and getting your way to this one. I can see why.
Yeah.
I guess in some ways.
I saw her on Saturday. And,
Yeah?
she's going through a lot of stuff, and she's
we're sorry that you're going through stuff.
She's going through a separation, and basically she's being dealt a toxic card from her ex. So
toxic white males.
Yeah, and
they're out there, people.
She's moving away, and she's gonna figure herself out, and she's gonna get on.
Good for you. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, and she's got her family support.
Move somewhere warm.
It's a little bit warm.
Move somewhere warmer. You know where it's good? I've talked about this before, but I lived in the Carolinas for a couple years, and the Carolinas are perfect. You get a really hot summer, but so do we up in Boston.
It's very humid, though.
When it's June, July, August, it's hot and humid. As hot and humid up here in Boston as it is in Florida.
Yeah.
During those months. But I would compare like South Carolina's winter to like our October.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and October's gorgeous up here.
I'd agree with you.
Yeah, October, November. In the 2-3 years I lived down there, I don't think it got below freezing even at night once.
Yeah.
Like we never had a freeze or anything like that. Never snowed.
You get a lot of rain.
Thunderstorms mostly, because it's so humid, just like you're talking about. And there was a couple tropical storms that hit us that knocked out power, but thankfully we were never hit with any kind of big hurricane or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I visited her on Saturday, and we talked and stuff. We went, we connected still.
Good.
And maybe hopefully we'll cross paths again someday.
Absolutely. I'm a believer in fate.
Yeah.
I really am.
I'll take a drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You love driving. You do that for a living, so why not?
I love it.
So one thing Josh and I have shared a lot over the last year of our newly kindled friendship is pee. Piss.
Yeah.
The stuff that comes out of your urethra. Or
No.
do girls have a urethra?
I think so. I think we all do.
Everybody has a urethra?
Yeah. You don't have an urethra.
I have an enlarged urethra.
You do.
I can't have kids because my urethra is too narrow. No, but yeah, Josh and I, it first started when we were driving through the city of Boston trying to get into Saugus to go hang out with Bill Burr, and we got stuck in traffic, and I had to piss into a cup right next to Josh in the car.
Yeah, it was a bad experience.
Josh didn't know whether to vomit or run or laugh, and it wasn't just, it was his first experience of having a man pee right next to him in the car, but evidently it also smelt really bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like motor oil and fish.
Yeah, like acid. Acetone.
And then, that was the first time ever that anybody told me that my pee smelled bad. So for weeks after that, I was calling people into the bathroom going, put your nose in on that. Does that smell off to you? And everyone was like, no, dude, it smells like piss. And I was like, thank you. So I think you're the one that's out of your mind. And then there's been other times where, Josh likes to take a piss before he gets in his limo, before he goes home.
Yeah.
And there isn't too many times when, I'm cleaning up after Josh leaves, and I go into my bathroom, and I find pee spots.
Presents.
He leaves behind shit. Yeah, he leaves behind presents. And a few weeks ago, I was going to take a picture of the piss spots that you left on the toilet rim, and I was going to snap a picture of it and put it on the end of the podcast and go, Josh, you forgot something at the studio. So he likes to pee on my seat. And then I remember last week he was in the bathroom taking a piss after the show, and I'm in the kitchen, and I can hear him in the bathroom down the hall going, oh, this stinks. My piss smells so bad. And I'm like, what is it with this guy and smelling his piss? I don't understand it. Why are you so obsessed with the way my pee smells and the way your pee smells?
I think you're making stuff up.
No, I swear I'm not.
I think you are.
You definitely made fun of the way my pee smelled in the car.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you definitely commented on the way your pee smelled after last week's show.
I was more cautious of the overspray. I didn't want to get anything on me.
Oh, you're right. Well, you did hand me a cup that was like an 8-ounce coffee cup without a lid.
You're a little guy.
So little guy, big bladder. So when I had to piss in the car, I pretty much got it to the very top, and then I'm trying to so it doesn't spill. Didn't I put it in the cup holder too?
Yeah, you did.
Why don't we just throw it out the window?
I don't know.
Why did I put it in?
It's just bad.
Why did I put it in the cup holder?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. And then this other time on the Massachusetts Turnpike, late at night, we had to pull into one of the rest stops. And anyone who's been in a like a big rest stop knows you walk into the men's room and there's got to be 40 urinals there.
Yeah.
So Josh and I were alone in the bathroom, and I picked urinal number 1 of 40. And of all the other urinals he could choose, he had to pull up right next to the urinal next to me. And that's just against men's room etiquette.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't know there was etiquette.
Yes. If there's more than one urinal available, you don't take the one that's already occupied by a dude. You got, dude, seriously.
I was lonely.
You should, still. I figured after the friggin' nightmare that I put you through in the car and how much you freaked out, that you wouldn't want to be next to me again pissing. But you did, But, I used to suffer from something called, I don't know what the technical term is, but it's called pee shyness or shy bladder syndrome.
Yeah.
It was a disease or whatever you want to call it where I could not pee in public unless I was drunk, and that's it. So I couldn't pee as a kid. So anytime I went to Fenway Park as a kid, if anyone remembers Fenway Park in the 80s or 90s, the men's room had a couple actual sit-down shitters, but there were no urinals. It was just one giant trough. And if I can't piss in a urinal, I can't piss in a trough with 50 other men.
I love the troughs.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I was unable to piss. I had that pee shyness syndrome, and then just, I think it was mind over matter.
Yeah, they should bring back those.
They should bring back pee shyness?
No, the troughs. You just whip it out and go everywhere.
There's a number of bars that still have them.
Yeah, I know of a couple places, some beaches.
There's a number of nightclubs, strip clubs, and bars that still have them. A lot of places up in Montreal have them.
Yeah.
And they would put giant chunks of ice. Why do they do that? Why do they put ice in a trough? Yeah. Honest to God, dude,
Really?
I would say 90% of the bars or clubs or whatever I've been in that have actually had big troughs for men to piss in, they actually put like a lot of ice on the bottom, and I've never known why they do that. But yeah, you basically piss on the ice and you melt it. Maybe they do it because it's a game, kind of like you're peeing like on snow, and you can like write your name in the snow with your pee,
or melt the ice cubes.
Yeah, like melts. Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah.
What's that penguin game where you gotta like icebreakers or something like that?
I have no idea,
Yeah.
and I have no idea what that has to do with anything we're talking about.
Don't break the ice. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Do you think you could beat me in checkers?
No, I could probably beat you and break the ice though.
You can't beat me in checkers.
I beat you in
I will take the checker challenge with anybody.
I'll beat you in chess.
My grandfather taught me many, many, many years ago, and he was a Freemason, evidently. I just learned that like a year ago, that he was a Freemason. I didn't even know he was a Freemason.
Was he free?
He was a master stonemason.
Oh.
But he was also actually a Freemason.
Huh.
And Freemasonry was something I looked into over the last year, but not for me. Not my cup of tea. I'm all set. I'm all set being the man I am. Anyways, that's about all the time we have for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been episode 73. Tune in. No, it's episode 73.
73. You're right. You're right. My bad.
Thank you. I don't even know where the fuck I was. I was saying thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Next week, tune in for Rob Santos. He's a great comedian based out of New York City. He's now living in Hartford. He's the Elbow Room. He's their pride and joy comic at the Elbow Room in Hartford. He's got a new TV show that he just got picked up by a network. It's called Beige that he's working on.
Awesome.
So this guy has been a great friend to me. He's a friggin' amazing comic, amazing dude. Cannot wait to have him on the show. We're going to be doing that through Zoom. And then the week after, I may have Adam Calhoun on the show. But if I don't, Josh is going to be available wherever he is in the country via satellite connection. Maybe. If we're lucky.
In a hidden bunker.
And if we're not lucky, it's just going to be me. And now that I've had a co-host for like 30 episodes, I cannot do this show on my own anymore. I can't. Because it used to be just me sitting here talking to myself.
Yeah.
And that was ridiculous. But at least now there's somebody in the room so I don't feel crazy.
Yeah.
But those episodes I had to do when you were out over the holiday break, I went out of my mind.
You had pee shyness?
Dude, I had podcast shyness. I was like angry. Like everything was dark in the room. It wasn't like all lit up like it is now. And I'm like, fuck everything. Fuck.
You got a green
I needed you back,
You got the screen now, though. You could be anywhere you want.
Whatever. But anyways, next week, he's not here. Rob Santos is going to be here. So definitely check that out. Rob is a hilarious comic. It's going to be the first time I'm having an actual comic on my show rather than having a truck driver.
You're funny.
And then the week after, we're going to have a big rapper. And
that's cool.
If not, it's going to be Josh, or maybe it won't be. Who knows? But anyways, thank you for tuning in this week. I'm Jon Arez. He's Josh Ryder. This has been episode 73. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We love you. See you later.